Now, your 6th Sports Report.
Pirates' #1 prospect Tyler Glasnow making his PNG field debut tonight for the Altoona Curve, but we'll start with a pass from a Pittsburgh Steeler. Steelers wide receiver Martavis Bryant delivering tonight's first pitch there. Maybe some nice framing by the catcher. Bryant will stick to catching passes from Big Ben. We'll hear from him coming up in a bit. To Glasnow, the guy the radar guns were there to see. A great start for him on the hill. He retired the first 8 batters of the game in just his second start in Class AA. And he got some help from his bats in the second inning. 2 outs here and 2 on for Gift Engope. Has shot to left center, scores 2. Those were the only 2 runs of the night for Altoona. Back to Glasnow. He only gave up 1 run on 4 hits. This bloop to right scored 1 for Akron. Solid Altoona debut for the big righty. Behind Glasnow, the Curve take it 2-1. Back to Martavis Bryant. He's coming off of a rookie season where he caught 8 touchdown passes.
I would say it was a learning experience. I had some goods, I had some bads out of it, but I know what it takes now for me to keep the good going. And that's just preparation, focus, staying humble, trusting in God, trusting in my preparation, and trusting in my coaches.
To high school baseball now, we have the Gene Schultz Memorial Tournament at Point Stadium in honor of the longtime Bishop McCourt head coach. Great night for a game out there. McCourt taking on Westmont Hilltop. First pitch McCourt sees, Nick Jurich hits it to deep left, and that'll go to the wall for a double. All right, later on, Logan Wade would knock him in. A bloop up the middle is good enough to score the run. The Crushers go up 1-0. But Westmont gets out of the inning. Bracken Helsel, he had 3 strikeouts in the inning despite that 1 run. Later on, Westmont gets the bats going. Michael Roper, a ride to right. I got it. Never mind. McCourt did get past that, though. Brett Seitz gets him looking. McCourt went on to win with a walk-off single from Bryce Kramer in the 10th inning. They take it 4-3 at the final. To Pittsburgh, Pirates are off to a slow start with the bats. Came into tonight's game against Milwaukee hitting just over 200. But this will help. In the 8th, Starling Marte with a man on. Crushes one off of Jonathan Broxton. They really needed that. 1 of 2 hits on the night for Marte. The Pirates snap out of their hitting funk, banging out 11 hits in a 6-3 win over the Brewers. Spring practice wraps up tomorrow for Penn State with the annual blue and white game. Kickoff set for 4 o'clock. And here's the format for the game. It'll start with a kicking competition prior to the 4:06 kickoff. They'll play 4 15-minute quarters. The first will be normal time, but then they'll use a running clock for the second, third, and fourth quarters. Halftime will last 22 minutes, and they'll have a punting competition before the second half gets underway, so an emphasis on those special teams. We'll have coverage on 6 News Saturday evening. The Kraft Hockeyville competition heading into its final 4 weekend. Tomorrow afternoon here on NBC, they'll unveil the 4 cities that are moving on to the second round. Johnstown made it into the top 10 and participated in the first round of voting, which ended Thursday night at 11:59. The top 4 will be announced during Saturday's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs on NBC. Stay with 6 News for the latest Kraft Hockeyville results. To the Penguins, they showed a few positive signs in Thursday's 2-1 loss to the Rangers, and that's what they'll take with them into Game 2 Saturday night.
Besides our slow start, we gave ourselves that reason to believe that we can be right there. 5-on-5, we played a lot of the way that we wanted to play, according to our game plan, and we're able to create some opportunities and get some pucks, down at Lundqvist and some traffic in front.
You could tell they're a really good team, and it's tough when they come out and score right away like that. You're back on your heels, and a few penalties, like you said, were tough. But I think after the first period, we got to our game, kind of started getting pucks deep and making some plays, and I think that as a group, it should help build confidence and kind of just see, that's what it's going to take for us to be successful.
And a big emphasis in Game 2 will be staying out of the penalty box. The Pens were shorthanded 5 times in Game 1, including 4 in the first period. That's Look at Sports. We'll be right back.